start at this end. Pull it out. Got it? Start. There you go. All right, do you want to cut or should I cut?
You want me to? How much overhang do you want?
Right about there.
You sure?
Yeah. Right there.
Okay.
So like right here is where we're cutting.
Yeah. So I need you to hold it out this way.
Like that?
Yeah.
And I'll probably need your help in here where I need to. So I'll need to cut it, you know, so it lays in here with a little bit of overhang here like that. And I'll need your help with that because I don't know how to do that.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go pull my hair back in a ponytail.
Okay. Come on over here.
Starting over on that side?
No, no, we're going to work on opposite sides, but I'm going to show you how to mix up the epoxy.
Oh. Okay.
All right, you just take one of these cups and let me show you how you push it down. You push it down very thoroughly and methodically, like that. And then like that, one for one. You see how that looks kind of hazy? It's not mixed until that's gone. So you stir for about a minute. When you stir, you want to get the sides as well. So you look down, you see how you still have the lines? It's not mixed thoroughly. And we're just going to keep mixing it for about a minute. Just stirring it, stirring it.
Okay.
If I get short with you, I'm sorry.
And when you're mixing it, do you do one?
One for one.
One.
No, you can go 6, 6. You know, you just the same number.
Okay. And how many do you use to fill that?
There are 7 in here now. we may not want to do this much. We may want to do less.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. We may want to do 3. You know, this may be too much for us. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. And then, you ready?
Yeah. Am I supposed to mix up my
No, no,
own?
no, no. I just wanted to show you in case I need you to mix.
Okay.
And now we're about ready to get started. And I love you. Good luck.
I love you too.
Good luck. Here we go. All right, so you see how you can see into the wood right there?
Yeah.
That means that's wetted out. But there may be too much there, and it may be floating.
Yeah.
Okay, you got all that? All right. And the reaction has begun. So as we do this, like hold it until we get some of it wet. Just like hold it and pull.
So you're taking it all the way down?
All the way down to the gunnel. And you just heard it like. And you want to hold it at 45 degrees or less, apparently. How are you doing over there?
I have not been able to take it
Okay, so
all the way down.
let me show you what I've got.
You
Okay.
took.
Oh, hold on a
all of
second.
it.
Do this.
Oh, I can go up like
Yeah,
that?
you can go up as well.
Okay.
And you see how you have some on there?
Yeah, yeah.
And,
All right.
and you're doing great. I mean, you're
didn't
doing
think I
about
could
this.
go up.
You're doing about the same as I'm doing. So, all right, you're literally about the same place I am.
As long as I know I can go.
And you can bring some from here over.
Okay. I should still be able to see the texture.
Yeah, you should still be able to see the texture of the weave. So the lesson I've learned already is don't pour it all out. Right? I should have left some in there. Some of the epoxy in there. so that we don't have to pull it back, if you know what I mean. And you see how it's getting all over your squeegee? Your squeegee's a bit of a mess. Show you the area that I'm a little concerned with is you going all the way down? Yeah. Oh, you look a lot better than I do. Good job.
Emily help with this. She has the patience for this.
I believe it. Paper towel, wipe that off. And I'll mix up another batch. Is that enough? Is that too much, do you think?
No, I mean, because you have to be, I don't know how quickly it started, so.
Yeah, good. I was just looking at that too. That cat that you were talking about yesterday, was it Sarah?
Yeah.
Did you say it was 19 years old?
19.
Nice long life for the cat.
It looks a lot like the cat she has. Same, like Jack.
Like
They're
Jack?
that kind of
Yeah.
markings. The one she has now is white and gray. This one looked like it had a little bit of brown tortoise.
Does Rutgers have a game today?
I think so, based on what Jack had said, but I didn't see any. Well, they wouldn't have done it on Thursday. You know, like the road signs, the light up signs.
Yeah,
You know, it
yeah.
has like
Game day kind of thing, yeah. That's why I was asking. I wonder if Carly has her first game.
This way, right here. Thank you.
Every drop I hear, it's like, oh, wasted epoxy, but that's the way it goes. Okay, I'm gonna have you keep working.
Mixing more.
I'm gonna start trying to cut this.
Okay.
All right, do you need more anywhere?
Wait until I catch up to you,
Okay, all right.
because a lot of what you poured went like too far over for me
Uh-huh.
from where I was working. And so
It's the 2nd of September. Labor Day weekend, and Lisa really helped get that first coat on. And if you look, you can see the weave in the fiberglass. Took us about 2.5 hours to do that first coat. And I'll be honest with you, the hardest part was up here at the stem and at the stern. And gonna have to do some sanding in that area as well. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with how things turned out. A lot of the videos I watch, they talk about being nervous about this, and I can tell you that I was definitely nervous about this. I've never done fiberglass work before, so I was nervous. And the seal coat that I put on first, the very first coat that I put on, was a disaster. Just an unmitigated disaster. The fiberglass did not work the way I thought it was going to work, and as a consequence, it just kind of got all messed up. I had fibers everywhere, and I did see videos that warned about, you know, fibers in the fiberglass pulling out. Looks kind of like snot, and it was just a disaster. And I really was having doubts with just putting the seal coat on and the reinforcement in the stem and the stern. But Lisa and I got started this morning at about 11 o'clock and 11:30, and I was actually surprised at how well it went putting the coating on and wetting out the fiberglass is the term. Just really surprised at how well it went. And to be honest with you, I think Lisa did better than I did. Well, it's a few hours later, about 4 o'clock. We finished at 2 at that end. So it's 4 o'clock now, and it's time to put the second coat on. And if you do your research on how to do fiberglass, there's two methods. There's the chemical method and there's the mechanical method. The chemical method is what I'm doing right now. The fiberglass hasn't cured completely, so I can go ahead and, the epoxy resin has not cured completely, so I can go ahead and put another coat of epoxy resin on here. And it will bond with the epoxy resin underneath. Had this cured completely, then I would have to go with the mechanical method. And the mechanical method is simple. You just sand with 80 grit sandpaper, and you give tooth to the epoxy resin to bind to. And I don't know if one method is better than the other, but they're both talked about in videos. And I had hoped to do this method. So we're going to try the chemical bond and see how that goes. The idea here is to try to fill in the weave of the fiberglass. And I can tell you that if this continues the way it is going on right now, I'm going to need a third coat. The more coats you put on, the heavier your canoe. Couple of methods of putting the next coat on. I'm using a roller. I'm hoping that this works. The other method is to use the squeegee like we did the first time. And what I will do here in a minute is take a squeegee and run over it and see if one method is better than the other. The other thing I did just before I turned the camera on is I trimmed the excess fiberglass off the bottom. And that was a lesson I learned on this as well. They don't really talk about trimming the fiberglass too much before you wet it out, but I think I would probably go ahead and trim it so that just 1 inch to 1.5 inches is hanging below, because in some places I had much more than that hanging you know, beneath the gunnel, and it kind of pulled away from the gunnel. And I constantly had to go back and work the gunnel, the epoxy resin, into the fiberglass down at the gunnel. I'm going to go ahead and put that on time lapse because all you're doing is watching paint dry.